Okay, so what we're looking at here is the D, G, and the B string. Okay, D, G, and B string. So we have 5 root 3 here is in the A box, yes, but it's also in the G box. Okay, so there's that sharing. So, but the important thing about how to do this technique, okay, is written right here. Know what string shape your 3 string chord starts from. Say going up, we're going to play up. We're going to start the chord, say E minor, E, G, and B. We're playing up from E. Extending the major chord triad to the minors and half diminished gives you the modals, whatever. So say we start on G and we want to play a G minor. Well, you just have to know how to make a minor. A minor is a minor third and a major third. A major is a major third and a minor third, and a half diminish. A half diminish is a minor third on a minor third. And the only difference about the half diminished is there's not a perfect fourth back up to the root. It's an augmented fourth. But in all the other modes, aside from half diminished, when you reach the fifth of that mode, or 5, you're going to go a perfect fourth back up to the root. Alright, so that's part of the build there, and I've written that right here. 3 string chord builds plus 1 string octave. Major triad, major, major, perfect fourth. Now that's wrong. This is a minor. Oh, okay, because I'm in Algerian or whatever it is. That came out wrong. I had to do that. I did this in a hurry. This is minor third. Okay, and this is, alright, let me fix that. Alright, I kind of did a little patch in here. So now you can see the upper lower case. So the build's major triad is a major third and a minor third. Major third, minor third. Minor triad's a minor third and a major third, and then half diminished is 2 minors. Yeah. So that's the fix there. So we're going to build those things off of the string shape. So we simply have to know which string shape that we are on. Okay, so let's look at this. First thing I did to figure this out, I did our S2Ls, and yeah, here's how to make a triad. 5 root 3, there's a E-shaped triad. Root 3 5, that's a G-shaped triad. Okay, 5 root 3, 3 5 root. What is that? Is that a D-shaped triad? There's the D string shape. One would say yes. Here's D, bottom 2 strings, 3 5 root, first inversion, D box. So anytime you're doing a D box, they're not from the open strings now, but from the barred, so you can go below. You can go below the fret nut, So you've got your D. You've got, say in the key of C, it would be a D-shaped C here. I can do that, but your fret nut's here, so you can only play the C shape. Going to the left, we go pentatonic C, would go to the D shape here. Okay, so we get that 3 5 root, first inversion on the D. Okay, I forgot what we were talking about entirely. So how did I decide we were going to do this? Let's cut to the chase. I got all different ways. I separated out every group of 3 strings, wrote down the triad, whether it's first, second, or third inversion. This is root, root, first inversion, or second inversion. Now remember, like A is second inversion. Let's look at the ones that have a letter on them before I tell you the big secret, the way that I'm going to do it when I get to practicing. Here's a letter, here's a letter, here's a letter, here's a letter, and here's a letter. Here's cage, C, A, G, E. I always do my cage check. Do I have all 5 positions? These are the action fingers chords. So in E, it's 5 root 3. Okay, so let's put Mr. Capo on. I'm watching the clock. E, it's 5 root 3. C, it's root 3 5. C here, root 3 5. Now that is because this is S2, but C is actually 5 root 3 5 for a nice robust C. Okay, so it's just the root 3 5 is showing there. That's the C position, action fingers. Action fingers A position. Key of A right there, 5 root 3. So you see what I'm saying? 5 root 3, here's your action fingers A. Here's your action fingers D. 5 root 3, in this case 5 root 3 is A, D, F sharp. And then you have an open D string there. And the other one was it G. Alright, G is root 3 5 down here. Down here is our root, and then you have the root and the 5 up there. You can do like a G, a robust G like that. Okay, so that's the way that I did it. I split them up. We looked at the missing links, which are the upper middle 3 strings, the lower middle 3 strings. The bottom string is certainly a big hint, because you just start from any one of root 3 or 5 down here and build a string shape. Build a triad, rather. Start from these string shapes and build a triad. Okay, so you have to know that the 5th is going to go to the octave. It's going to be a perfect 4th, no matter what the mode. Say Dorian, a Dorian D minor. Okay, so it's going to be minor 3rd, major 3rd, perfect 4th. Okay, no matter what. You build that. When you build a perfect 4th, let's say in the Dorian, so we start at 2 here, got a minor 3rd, major, and then a perfect 4th up there. Okay, and then just continue. So we're going to do the same thing 3 times, but it's shaped a little different up here because of the tuning 3rd. But you can just build those little intervals. Intervals are nice with triads. Okay, intervals are nice with triads because they're fairly easy. Now we still haven't gotten to the way that I'm figuring on how to do this. So we got our bottom string. Again, we can take a 5 there and go straight up perfect 4th to the root, and then from root we're going to go major 3rd, you know, if we're doing that. And by the way, with the modals, you have to know that the minors, you would go a minor 3rd and then a major 3rd. Okay, with the majors, you go major 3rd and a minor 3rd. That kind of thing. You have to know that. And the half diminished has 2 minors and then an augmented 4th. Here we're going to go into the overtime segment here, and we're going to talk about how I decided I was going to do this. Look at these guys here.